I'm Allison from Learning at the Primary Pond. I'm a literacy specialist, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some fun activities to help boost your kindergarten students' letter fluency. I'm also going to talk about what letter fluency is and why it matters so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that now, and then also hit the little subscribe button, the little bell, so that you're notified every time I post a brand new video about teaching literacy in K2. All right, so let's begin by describing what letter fluency is. There is letter name fluency and there is letter sound fluency. And regardless of whether it's naming the letters, like this is A, this is B, or producing the sounds A, B, etc., fluency is all about being able to either name or produce the sound automatically, pretty much effortlessly, fluently, right? And the reason why this matters so much is because, number one, we want kids to be able to recognize, to write, letters quickly and easily, but also, especially when they're learning to read, they have to be able to say the sounds in a word relatively quickly in order to be able to put those sounds together and say the word. That has to happen fast, right? It can't be like, because likely they will have forgotten the three sounds by the time they're supposed to read the word hat. So fluency is important, and I have to say, when I was a newer teacher, when I was in my first few years of teaching kindergarten, I would have to give this screener assessment to my kids, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll do it, it's fine. But in my brain, I was like, why does it matter how quick they are if they can just name the letters and produce the sound? I just didn't get the connection. But of course, now I understand that being able to do this quickly, number one, the research shows that it's so important, but number two, it's so that kids can read words quickly and easily, right? So building fluency matters. And you might hear fluency in the word fluency in different contexts. You might hear it as reading fluency, which is the ability to read accurately at a good pace. So quickly enough with expression, that's reading fluency. There's even math fact fluency. So knowing 3 + 3 is 6 and being able to come up with that quickly. So fluency is important in many different areas, but in the purpose of this video, what we're going to focus on is building kids' fluency with letter names, and then also their fluency with recognizing letters like the capital and the lowercase forms of the letters. And I'm going to show you some super fun activities because learning the letters should be fun, right? And we actually need to give our kids so much practice. We need to do something or facilitate something for them called overlearning. Overlearning is a research-based principle that just shows us that to truly build fluency and kids becoming experts in a skill like letter names, letter sounds, they have to not only practice to mastery, but they have to keep on practicing. It's overlearning. So even when you think your kids know their letters, have them continue to practice. And again, that brings me back to the whole point of this video. You need to have engaging activities that will make overlearning fun because they just need so much practice. So let's dive into what those activities are. Okay, so the examples I'm going to be showing you come from my Alfie, the Alphabet Alligator set. Say that 5 times fast. And the link for this is in the caption to this video. So question for you actually, have you ever used alphabet materials that are themed, or do you usually just do kind of miscellaneous alphabet materials? Let me know in a comment if you like themed ones or if you just kind of do whatever. The reason why I created this set is because, again, there's so much evidence that kids need tons and tons of practice with the alphabet to really master it. And I wanted to add that gamification, that level of extra fun. And so when I start introducing these activities, I have a whole poster, and it's meet Alfie, the Alphabet Alligator. And then he has different challenges. This one, he's juggling too many things, radishes or whatever here. And your job is to find the only radishes that have R on them. I don't know if these are radishes or turnips, but anyway, whatever these are. The kids are supposed to find the specific letter that matches the target letter up here. And so every single activity that they're doing somehow relates to Alfie, the Alphabet Alligator, he is helping find his friend Alexandra's eggs in this activity. So because there's these different challenges, kids are super engaged. They are practicing the alphabet in different ways. And the Alfie theme really ties everything together while they're still, of course, building letter fluency. Okay, so Alfie has tons of fun activities here. You might be having the kids, so you cut these out and you make puzzles. And these are lily pads. There's a little challenge. He has to help his friend like put the lily pads back together by matching capital and lowercase. There's another challenge where you have to feed Alfie. You cut out all the letter cards, not just A through D, like all of them. And the kids are going to have a recording sheet. And so what they do, this could be one player or multiplayer. This has the alphabet for them to trace. They start with the letter A. And what they do is they have all these cards spread out. They find the letter A card. They put it on Alfie's mouth because they're feeding him, and they say A. And then they, like with a crayon or pencil, they're actually going to trace it on their recording sheet. It's great to do this with a partner because they can kind of check each other and help each other. But that is Feed Alfie. And then, so we talked about the puzzles. I also have this really fun, like active activity throughout the classroom where they get a recording sheet. And as you can see, only one of the letters from each pair needs to be traced. And you cut these out and you hang them around the classroom. You can kind of like, it needs to be eye level, of course, for the kids, but you can kind of put them in different places around the room. And then on their clipboard, they look around the room for the eggs, Alexandra's eggs. And then when they find one, they get to trace the corresponding letter on their recording sheet. So that gets them up and moving. We already talked about the juggling challenge, and I have one for every single letter where, you know, this is what it looks like in a page protector for the letter F. You can make it a worksheet where they are like coloring in or stamping with a bingo dabber or highlighting, or you can use different tools as you go through the different alphabet letters to keep it fun. And again, you can put it in a page protector and the kids can put a counter on the right letter. They can use a marker to circle it. So it's repetitive in that they're practicing the letters, you teach them an activity, and with some of them, they can do it multiple times, like for different letters, but you're using different materials to keep things fresh. Here's another one. It's a letter maze. So Alfie is getting to his turtle friend, and so the kids either circle the letters following the maze, like this is the target letter G, or they can use like a highlighter, a bingo dabber. They could even put counters, like place counters physically on the maze. So it's getting them to practice the letters. You can even have them say the letter name out loud. This could also be modified for letter sounds until they reach the end of the maze. And again, switching out different types of materials will help them stay engaged. All of these things include tons of repetition, and they're great for building letter name fluency. They can also be adapted to work on letter sounds like we talked about a little bit. Okay, so like I said, the link for this product is in the caption of this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer them. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.